Hi guys, it's a gorgeous, beautiful day, about 65 to 70 degrees here in Wilmington, North Carolina. And we're out here doing some target and accuracy shooting. I have two Air Arms or air guns. One is an Air Arms S510 in 177, and the other is a Hatsan Neutron Star in .22. And so we're going to be doing a little long-range shooting today. I have some cans set up downrange to test these guys out with. I think we're starting at about 68 yards. I've already zeroed in both scopes at around 25 to 30 yards. And so we're going to see what we can do. The first can is around 68 yards, like I said, and then it moves to 73 up to about right at 80 yards for the last can. So I've just purchased both of these in the past 3 months. The Neutron Star, I just picked that up 3 weeks ago, but I've had the Air Arms since the end of last year, December 31. And so far, let me show you what I have here. See this. Here you go. I have a Tag Vector Taurus scope on top, 4 to 24 by 50 for the objective, and it is a nice, clean, bright reticle, simplified because I didn't want anything from a tactical version standpoint. Very easy to use, has side focus. Let's see if we can see it from this side here. And there you can see that. There. And so this is in 177. And we'll get the and this bad boy is the Hatsan Neutron Star, formerly Nova Star, in 22. And I have a Discovery 4 to 20 by 50 on this one. And there have been some bad press and some bad scopes out there that Discovery seemingly has put out, or their clones, either one. But this one seems to do just fine. Just put this on 3 weeks ago. Here's the other side of that. And I don't have any qualms so far. The reticle here again is more of a simplified reticle, which is what I prefer. Let me say this, has a Quattro trigger, and between the two, I absolutely love the Quattro trigger over the S Arms, or the Air Arms, sorry. I didn't think that would be the case. The Air Arms is coming in, I have not done a trigger test, but other guys have done it, and they're coming in around £1.8, £1.10, somewhere around there. I'm heavy-handed. I tend to clench and grip on really anything I do, so I tend to prefer more of a heavier trigger, and this Hatsan seems to feel at about 2 pounds, I would guess. It has a clear first stage, and I love that. I have accidentally shot the Air Arms trying to find its first stage and pulling on the trigger hard enough so that I actually bypass the first stage, hit the second, and fire. So anyways, that's where we are. And now we're gonna do a little bit of long range. and we'll see what we get. Okay? Be back with you in a second. Thanks. Okay guys, there's the first can. This is at 68 yards, give or take 3 or 4 inches. And we're gonna test the Air Arms first. Okay, after about 4 shots, I had to drop down on my reticle down to about 2 mils, and that did the trick. Although I'm about out of air at this point, it turns out that I have a slight leak in this Air Arms, and it's gonna have to be looked at. Let's see if we can hit that again, since I know where my range is on my scope. There we go. You see it. Okay. Let's try now the Hatsan. We'll have to go down range on that one. Let's see. Fire. There we go. All right. Let's try one more time on that one. Nice on that one. Let's move down to the next can here. One more shot. Brushed it on that one. Tell if I'm above or below it. Should be above it. There we go. See that. Okay. Okay, guys, um, now that I've finished the target and accuracy part of today, um, I want to focus on the Hatsan 22 caliber Neutron Star. And this is my first time taking it out, and I was quite surprised. First of all, let's keep in mind that the nearest can that I was shooting at, let me check my numbers here, was 73.6 yards. And the farthest can was 78.1 yards. Okay, so now let's take a look and see what the cans look like. Okay, let's take the first can here. I didn't label each can so that we could tell which can was at which distance. So it's safe to assume that all of these cans are at least 73.6 yards away. And let's take a look at that. And keep in mind, this is not 100% aluminum. If anyone has or is accustomed to the Goya products, I don't know what the makeup is of the cans, but you cannot squeeze, and I have very strong hands, you cannot squeeze these cans with your hand. So this is either double thick aluminum or it's mixed with some other metal. So at least 73 yards. We have an entrance hole here, and guess what? It went straight through at 73.6 yards at the minimum. There's your exit hole right there. Let's take a look at this can. There is the entrance, and this is not from the S510, which is a 177. The hole is much larger, and my air was not at full charge, so I know it didn't have the strength to do that. Look at that exit. Went through the first side, came out the second, and peeled the aluminum back. Let's see. Now, if I can't even bend that aluminum, let's see if we can get it in here. Here we go. I'm gonna try. Hear that? I can't bend that aluminum with my fingernail. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. I shot the hell out of this one. It just stayed on the tree and I kept popping it. This is obviously, I hit a lot of these cans with the 177, but as we can tell, let me try to put my thumb in for reference. These are 22 caliber holes here. Look at that. And all exit wounds, or should I say exit holes, not wounds, but holes. Look at that. That has some amazing power. And finally, pretty much the same here. So we know that we have exit holes the entire range from 73 yards all the way to 78 yards. Now here is the surprising thing about that. This, go over here, take a look. This Hatsan is unregulated. It is unregulated. I started out at 250 bar. I've shot at least 4 magazines that holds 12 pellets per fill. So that's at least 48 shots. And I don't know if you can see this here. If you can see that, I started at 250. Let me see if I can rotate the gun here a little better. It's still charged. It's not even at 200. I started at 250 on the dot. It's not even at 200. Lugging JSBs. Forgot to, oh, sorry about that. Let's see here. My bag here. Diablos at 15 base, almost 16 grain. So at least 50 shots, and I'm not even at 200 bar. That is absolutely amazing to me. And let's see if I can move that down. My Air Arms, I'm already at 150, so I had to put that up, and that is a 177. So still accurate though. Even at 150 or so bar, I was still able to touch the cans down at 75 yards. And this is on full power. It has a power selector, if you can see here. That's at full power. It's hard to tell. You can see a little bit there, but that's at full strength. The trigger, as I've said earlier, on this Hatsan is wonderful. It's a Quattro 2-stage trigger, and I estimate the pull weight at somewhere around 2 pounds. My Air Arms is much lighter, maybe around 1.8 pounds, somewhere in that neighborhood. But that trigger on the Hatsan is a delight for me, especially because I have a pretty strong grip. It's hard for me to find the first stage on the Air Arms without immediately moving to the second stage. And sometimes it has surprised me because I've went ahead and shot through when I was simply trying to find the first stage. So I'll have to make some adjustments to that to add some more weight if possible. May not be able to, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. If you're watching this, thank you for hanging out with me. It is a beautiful, beautiful day in Carolina. Tar Heel country, go Heels, and Panthers. Okay, I'm gonna call it for today. This is Paul, and I'm out. Peace. Hey guys. Well, we're back from the range, and I wanted to add a little bit of commentary to today's video and some of the things that I found out, surprised me, I discovered, and the like. Let's start with the Air Arms S510 Ultimate Sporter in 177. That was the first air gun that I purchased the last day of last year, basically 1st of January this year, and it was pretty much my dream gun. Got it in, was not able to get out and test it until March time frame. It turns out that I have a slow leak somewhere between the field port and the receiver, the breech area. I'm going to have to contact Air Arms and see if there's something that they can suggest. I wouldn't like to send it back in because I'm sure that would be at least a 2-month wait for that, especially now with the pandemic around. And it's something that, I mean, I can get around. You know, I really have to feel it every time, you know, after 2 or 3 days. You have to go back and, you know, recharge it up back to its full capacity, which is 250 bar. But it's an inconvenience, and for $1,500 I shouldn't have to do that. One thing that stuck out in my mind, and it still do from today's shooting, is that one gross overlook, in my opinion, on Air Arms' part is the lack of an anti-double load mechanism in the rifle. It literally drives me crazy almost when I'm shooting, because I never can remember if I cocked before sitting back down behind the scope, or if I left it in the state it was after firing previously. And several times I've shot double pellets. That is about the only gripe that I have with the air gun. It is fantastically accurate. Even with pressure down to around 150 today, I was still able to reach out on full power. I was still able to reach out 75 yards and tag those cans that I had set up. That's at 150. I did have to do about a 2 mil holdover, but I was still able to reach out that far with a light breeze as well. So its accuracy is dead on. It is remarkable with its accuracy. So that's, I still have an issue with the trigger that I need to actually make it a little heavier for my taste. Now, let's go over to the Hatsan. This is the big surprise of today for me. I charged it to 250 bar prior to going out to my range, and with over 50 shots at 22 caliber, I've spent less than 45 bar. I still have slightly above 200 bar on that gun, unregulated. And this is with full power, 15 grain, 22 cal pellets, shooting at 75 to 80 yards. Slugs and JSB, 15 grains. That is remarkable. Anyone who owns the S510 knows that at full power and full capacity at 250 bar, you're getting around 40 before it's time to look at recharging. 40 shots, and that's with the 177. That's incredible to me. I'm still above 200 bar, and I just don't know what to think about that. And it's unregulated. Incredible. I think they did a wonderful job. I absolutely love the Quattro trigger. Love it. It's the right amount of pull for me. Here again, I don't have a trigger gauge, but I think the specs were somewhere around 2 pounds. I guess it's at least that, because it's certainly a heavier trigger than the S510, and I prefer it. The first stage is beautiful. I don't ever have to worry about shooting by mistake, trying to find the first stage and actually going past that and reaching the second stage like I do on the S510. I'll look into that later. Okay, well, that's about it, guys. Oh, also, I thought that some of you might want to see the gear I'm using, so I'll take a second and we'll go over that, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, first to start off with, I purchased the 46-inch Savior gun bag, and I'm just absolutely thrilled with this. It has more pockets than I could ever fill up. Most Velcro on top of that, the drawstring, and locks. If we can see inside there, different compartments inside of compartments. And comes with locks, and of course you got 3 of those double locks here. This has Velcro. I just noticed. I don't know what that is. Might be able to put that on something and use it, not certain. And of course, about the same thing over here. Same deal. Get that back down. I love the gray as well. I was thinking about getting the desert tan, similar to what they call the FDE, or flat dark earth, in firearms and air guns. But I'm very happy with the gray. I'm tired of black. So let's put this over here. Let's see if we can turn it around. And let's go ahead, and if you can see here as well, that's even another hatch or another pocket even in there. See that? Pockets here, Velcro, and rings. I mean, they've tried to give you everything that you could possibly ever think of and wanting to the bag to do for you. Okay. That. And let me see if I can do this in the chair. Yep, here we go. That's my Air Arms there. And my Hatsan Neutron there. And let's see, take the straps off. Secures it very well. Let's get that back over there again. And okay. And what we have sitting on top is the TAC Vector TARS. I think this is 5 to 24. Yes, 6 to 24. Let's see. Flip it over this way. Four to 24. Sorry, 4 to 24 by 50. And I am in love with the scope. Very clear, even to the highest magnifications. Simple reticle, nothing busy, like a tactical, and has side focus, illuminated reticle, as a matter of fact. And I think it's money well spent. I believe I paid $365 for this one, and it's first focal plane. So that is what it found its home on the S510. Okay, let's slide that one up here. And let's take out the surprise of the day. And there she is. This is the newest edition in 22 caliber with a discovery, and this is a 4 to 20 by 50. And I'm equally impressed with that one as well. It has illuminated reticle. Simple, which is what I'd like to work with. This has a blue-green illuminated reticle, side focus. Pretty much took it out for the first time today to zero in the rifle, and it performs superbly. Front focal plane also, and I picked this one up for approximately $330. The grain on this Neutron Star is Turkish walnut, and it is smooth and just beautiful. No stippling. It's adjustable cheek piece and butt pad. Here you have an extra storage for your second magazine that ships with it. Here's that beautiful Quattro trigger. And then obviously the adjustment holes. There are 3 there, 2 for first and second stage, and third for the weight trigger pull. And there's the gauge, and as I stated, it is, if you can see that there, it is still at 200 or above. Outstanding. And then you have a Picatinny for some accessories. And those are the PCPs I'm working with. I also have a Umarex brake barrel that I took out today, and I was going to shoot that, but I decided not to at the last minute. It's a 177 torque, and with a Vortex Diamondback on top of it. But it's always good to carry a brake barrel if you have one, just in case you run out of air in your PCPs and you don't feel like tugging out the compressor, then you can still shoot more. Brake barrel only needs arm strength, and you're good to go. So I think that's it, guys. This is my little backyard where I do a little target shooting with my PCP back at the double doors back there. It's about 25 yards from where we stand now. And oh, one more thing. For all of you folk out there who are looking at the Neutron Star, be forewarned, it is not backyard friendly. It does have threads on the front to add a suppressor, and if you want to shoot this in a neighborhood, you will need to add a suppressor, and it still may not be enough. As you can see, I have some neighbors rather close, and while the S510 is quiet enough in the backyard or in the field to do any kind of shooting you want to, the Neutron Star sounds like a .22 long rifle, if not louder. It is a beast. You cannot shoot this in the neighborhood, and here in Wilmington, we have what they call shot spotters. And I don't think we can see that anywhere. No, on the other side of my house, since I have a corner lot where there's a light pole there, they have installed shot spotters in the city, so that when it hears what it believes to be a firearm, it can locate the area of the city and notify police. Therefore, we can only shoot this bad boy at the range. All right, that's going to be about it for today. I had fun today. I hope you guys found my video interesting. This is the first one that I've made, and I plan to do some additional ones. And thanks for stopping by and watching. Comments are welcome. Take care.